Namaskar. So finally the festivities of our democracy has begun. 27th March is the day the festivities will begin. What I mean by that is yesterday on Friday, that is, the Election Commission has announced assembly elections for 5 states. States including Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Kerala, Assam and West Bengal. Now what is interesting is, while of course we will talk about the dates and phases and all of that, we'll talk about that. But what is more interesting is 3 people's future, 3 leaders' future may change with this election. Let's understand how. Let's get right into the show. Okay, so the Election Commission has announced 5 states like I told you. Tamil Nadu will go to polls on the 6th of April. One phase, 234 constituencies. One phase. Puducherry, 30 constituencies. One phase will go to polls on April 6th. Kerala, 140 constituencies. One phase will go to polls on April 6th. Assam, 126 constituencies, 3 phases will go to polls on phase 1 March 27th, 47 constituencies, phase 2 April 1st, 39 constituencies, and phase 3 April 6th, 40 constituencies. Last but not the least, West Bengal, 294 constituencies will go to elections, go to polls in 8 phases. Phase 1, March 27th, 30 constituencies. Phase 2, April 1st, 30 constituencies. Phase 3, April 6th, 31 constituencies. Phase 4, April 10th, 44 constituencies. Phase 5, April 17, 45 constituencies. Phase 6, April 22nd, 43 constituencies. Phase 7, April 26th, 36 constituencies. And finally, Phase 8, April 29th with 35 constituencies. This is how West Bengal is going to go to polls. Now, phases normally in elections are created because for ease of election and better management. That is what the Election Commission normally says. But what one wonders is Tamil Nadu with 234 constituencies, the polling date is just one, and that is April 6th. It is one phase, the entire polling is over. West Bengal, on the other hand, which is 60 odd, 60 constituencies more than Tamil Nadu, is going to polls in 8 phases. So one wonders why. Likewise, Assam with 126 constituencies are going to elect polls in 3 phases, whereas Kerala with 140 constituencies in 1 phase. So, this is one question that one wonders, and of course the answer could be, for security reasons, so that management is done well, so that law and order is under control and all of that. But what people say is that, you see, this increasing the number of phase normally helps a party that doesn't have much of star campaigners, or party which is seen as a party that has come from out. It helps because, see, if you don't have much of star campaigners, you can't cover the state like the way you want to. So what really happens, if your number of star campaigners are very few, then if there are phases, then you get chance, you get time to cover each of these states, each of these constituencies. So that's one. Secondly, what you also can do is you can also maneuver your leaders, your campaigning, your star campaigners, all these can be maneuvered according to the kind of results that you have seen or envisaged, or what you see on ground as the phases progress. So if you know that your phase 1 was not too good, so you can ensure that your phase 2, your campaigning is more aggressive. So these are things that happens from a political perspective. So therefore, like I said, I repeat, more phases help parties that are seen as outside parties coming to a state and contesting the elections, wherein they don't have much of star campaigners, and the star campaigners may have to be imported, and those star campaigners come and do the campaign. So therefore, phases do help such parties. So that's the first fact. So this is what the polls look like. So it starts on the 27th of March and it ends on the 29th of April. This is what the dates look like. Now, let us get into my second phase of my editorial as to why do I say that this may change the future. Now, let us look at how these parties stand in these states. Different parties, how they stand in the states. Now, in 2016 assembly polls, in West Bengal, Trinamool Congress had got 211 seats and Mamata Banerjee undisputedly became the chief minister. BJP just got 3, Congress got 44. In 2019, BJP got a lot of vote share in the state, but still couldn't beat Trinamool Congress, as in the number of seats. Trinamool Congress got 22, but BJP got 18. This was 2019 Lok Sabha election. Congress got 2. Let's come to Assam. In Assam, BJP in 2016 got 60 out of 126 and Congress got 26. In 2019 Lok Sabha election, BJP got 9 seats and Congress got 3. Now let's come to Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, 2016 assembly election, DMK got 88 seats, Congress got 8 seats, AIDMK got 135 seats and BJP got 0. Tamil Nadu is a state where BJP and Narendra Modi couldn't crack. So that's Tamil Nadu. Now let's come to Tamil Nadu Lok Sabha election. Lok Sabha election, again, DMK got 23, Congress got 8, AIDMK just got 1 because AIDMK was seen as Team Bharatiya Janata Party by then. They got 1 and BJP got 0. No seats in 2019 general election, Lok Sabha election. Now let's come to Kerala. In Kerala, 2016 assembly elections, LDF, that is the left front, CPI and others, got 91 seats. UDF, that is Congress Plus, got 47 seats. BJP got 1 seat. This is assembly elections 2016. Lok Sabha election 2019, LDF, left front got 1 and Congress Plus, UDF, got 19 seats, out of which Congress themselves got 15. Let's come to the last, and that's Puducherry. Puducherry, Congress got 15 seats, AIDMK got 12 seats, and DMK got 2. This is how Puducherry looked. Now, the interesting part of this elections, this 5 states, is that except for Assam, Modi and BJP doesn't have much clout in any of these states. He doesn't. And it is imperative for Bharatiya Janata Party and Mr. Narendra Modi and Amit Shah to ensure that they make a mark The point I was talking about the future is, let us first talk Mr. Narendra Modi. If Mr. Narendra Modi makes a significant mark, I'm not talking about winning necessarily in West Bengal, but makes a significant mark, winning, so things will change. But even if he makes a significant mark, which means if Bharatiya Janata Party from 3 seats could do something like 120 seats or 115 seats, it will almost be like a victory to Bharatiya Janata Party and Narendra Modi. Making a mark in Tamil Nadu will be a huge achievement for Mr. Narendra Modi. Same is the case with Kerala. Last time BJP got 1 seat. This time, if BJP can get, say, 10 seats or 7 seats. What is going to happen is, by getting some seats in Puducherry, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and making a very, very impressionable difference in West Bengal, Narendra Modi will prove that he is the undisputed supreme leader of India, where he has popularity from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. South is somewhere there where he couldn't make much of a dent except for Karnataka. BJP couldn't make much of a dent. Narendra Modi himself couldn't make much of a dent. The popularity that Narendra Modi enjoys in the north, that popularity, that fan following was never happening in the south. And possibly the biggest of reason for that was Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Somewhere down the line, he was never popular there. So making a difference, making a dent there, making some numbers there will definitely ensure he becomes the supreme leader. Getting West Bengal or coming close to winning West Bengal will make a huge difference to the imagery of Narendra Modi. So this is as far as Narendra Modi's future is concerned. Now let's go to Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi has started his campaigning in South. He started resurrecting himself to a certain extent from South, and South has given him fantastic, reciprocated to him brilliantly. Brilliantly. You saw his rallies in Tamil Nadu, you saw his rallies in Kerala, you saw what he's doing in Kerala. Most of the things, most of the activities that he's doing is going viral. So he's actually enjoying himself and he's actually gaining popularity in South. If Rahul Gandhi is part of the new West Bengal government, obviously Trinamool will definitely be dominating. There is no way that Congress will even come near it. But the fact is, if he is also part, like in Maharashtra, if Congress can be the part of the new West Bengal government, it will have huge impact on Rahul Gandhi's future and Rahul Gandhi's image. If he can sweep Kerala elections, huge impact on Rahul Gandhi's image. If he can make a definite difference. Last time in Tamil Nadu, Congress had got 8. If that figure can be improved in Tamil Nadu, which looking at his popularity it should, it will have a huge impact on Rahul Gandhi. What it is going to do to Rahul Gandhi is all those people questioning about his president and whether Congress has a leadership, whether Rahul Gandhi is the leader, whether it is dynasty, all of that will come down, all of that will be quiet. Rahul Gandhi will be given the reins of Congress back and Rahul Gandhi will drive Congress. So it is very important for Rahul Gandhi to make a difference in this particular election. So that's Rahul Gandhi. Now let's talk about the last person that I was speaking about, and that is Mamata Banerjee. If Mamata Banerjee manages to sweep this election, if Mamata Banerjee manages to do even close, I'm not saying she will do the same old thing what she did in 2016, even close to what she did in 2016 and restrict Bharatiya Janata Party to a single digit or maximum to a 10 or 11 number, believe me you, Mamata Banerjee in 2024 will be viewed very, very differently. Mamata Banerjee could be seen as an opposition face for prime ministerial candidate. I don't say this just as an opinion. I say this is because look at what the win in Delhi did to Arvind Kejriwal. All of a sudden, Arvind Kejriwal blossomed from a chief minister of Delhi to somewhere now talking about Gujarat, now talking about Maharashtra, now talking about Punjab, which is always there, but all the same. He is all of a sudden getting into Uttar Pradesh. The win, the brilliant win of Delhi has given him those wings. Now, juxtapose that to Ms. Mamata Banerjee. Ms. Mamata Banerjee is far more popular than Arvind Kejriwal in terms of political popularity. She is experienced. She has got, her clout, her political clout amongst other parties are far more than what Arvind Kejriwal's political clout is. And her political support is far more, including Arvind Kejriwal supports her. So her political support is far more, her political clout is far more, her experience is far more. So the chances are a good win for Mamata Banerjee will change her fortunes for her. This is what I think is going to happen after the elections, and in the meantime, we are going to keep you abreast of this particular election. Now on, every week we'll give you details on the states, number of seats, number of people, candidates, who are the star campaigners, who are and what does the voters profile look like, so on and so forth. All of this we will keep you informed. Also, I would like to say on Monday I'm going to do a very interesting show. I'm going to invite a very senior journalist and a fantastic political analyst, Anand Vardhan Singh. He is the chief editor of Public, which is another digital channel, a Hindi digital channel. He's a chief editor of that. I'm going to call him and I'm going to talk to him about Uttar Pradesh. Because somewhere down the line, while elections this assembly election doesn't have Uttar Pradesh is going to polls 2022, but a lot is happening in Uttar Pradesh. Believe me, a lot is happening in Uttar Pradesh. So on Monday, I'm going to call him over and let's have a chat with him and figure out. He sits in Lucknow. His studio is in Lucknow. He operates out of Lucknow. So let's find out what exactly is happening in Uttar Pradesh. So that will be my Monday show. And till I see you next time, Namaskar.
Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here, you can be our supporter by paying rupees 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying rupees 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.